Good evening. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the commencement ceremonies for Owensboro Community and Technical College. I am Dr. Scott Williams, President of Owensboro Community and Technical College. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for the invocation offered by Anna Elizabeth Lake. Following the invocation, please be seated and we will have a special musical presentation from the First Third Quartet, accompanied by Miss Shirley Overfield.
My fellow graduates, families, and friends, please pray with me. Dear Heavenly Father, I want to start by saying thank you on behalf of all graduates here today, because we've made it. We are now official graduates from Owensboro Community and Technical College. We made it through many classes and tests and excelled even when we thought it was not possible. We would not be here today if it were not for you, our family, our support groups, our advisors, and our instructors. You told us in Jeremiah 29:11, which states, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." As graduates, we have grown into strong, confident, humble men and women, because going through college has taught us what hard work and dedication can bring. Thank you, Father, for everything you have done, and may we forever remember this day that we have graduated from college. Thank you.
On behalf of the faculty and staff and the Board of Directors, it's my honor to welcome each of you to this 2016 commencement ceremony to recognize the graduating class of Owensboro Community and Technical College. We have several individuals and special guests that I would like to recognize. Please stand as I call your name, and audience, if you would please hold your applause until they've been introduced. Representing the OCTC Board of Directors, Mr. Jeff Carpenter, Chair, Ms. Bernice Ayer, Mr. Michael Baker, Mr. Marty Higdon, Ms. Patricia Jones, and Mr. Bill Quisenberry. Please give these folks a round of applause. Representing the OCTC Foundation Board, Mr. Michael Fiorella, Mr. Kyle Estes, Ms. Amy Jackson, Mr. David Johnson, Mr. Jeff Rice, Dr. Vina Salon, Mr. Lloyd St. John, Ms. Jeanette Ward, and Mr. Tom Watson. Please help me in recognizing these individuals. Also with us tonight, representing the KCTCS Board of Regents, is Ms. Mary Kinney, Staff Representative, and Ms. Lacey Parham, Student Representative. Let's give these folks a round of applause. I'd also like to recognize some of the elected officials with us tonight. We have State Representative Suzanne Miles, State Representative Dr. Jim Glenn, City Commissioner Dr. Bob Glenn. Let's please recognize these individuals. We also have some very special guests with us tonight that will be participating in some ceremonies. I'd like to recognize those folks. Dr. Nick Brake, Superintendent of Owensboro Public Schools. Mr. Randy Stroop with First Class Trucking in Hancock County, and James and Rita Parham. Let's please recognize these people. Now, Mr. Mike Rogers, the Interim Vice President of Academic Affairs, will make some special recognitions.
We're proud that we have faculty and staff dedicated to student learning and to student success. Our graduates are where they are today in a large part because of their dedication and persistence, and because of faculty members who are extremely knowledgeable in their disciplines and who care about students. I would like to take this time to ask faculty, full and part-time, and staff to stand and be recognized. Thank you for the time you spend in making a difference in students' lives and in the lives of our community. Retired OCTC personnel, years of service, if you are here, would you please stand? Mr. Larry Miller, 30 years. Ms. Carla King, 27 years. Mr. Roddy Shelton, 21 years. Mr. Randy King, 19 years. Ms. Cindy Murphy, 17 years. And Mr. Jerry Cartwright, 11 years. The 2016 KCTCS New Horizons Awards of Excellence. Support staff, Ms. Angela Smith, Library Services. If you're here, please stand. Faculty, Ms. Angela Ash, Assistant Professor in History. Administrative staff, Ms. Sherry Plain, Workforce Solutions. Graduates, I would like to recognize our faculty and staff who completed degrees while working full-time. Dr. Andrea Beauregard, Educational Leadership, EDD, University of Kentucky. Dr. Geraldine Kaplan, EDD, Educational Leadership, Western Kentucky University. Bernadette Toy Hale, Master of Public Administration, Western Kentucky University. Heidi Ann Kern, Associate in Arts, Owensboro Community and Technical College. Dr. Lowatus McNeil, Ph.D. in Public Health Services, University of Louisville. Dr. Joy Mincer, EDD in Educational Leadership, Western Kentucky University. Karen Miller, Master of Science, Murray State University. Brian Toms, Bachelor in Science and Computer Information Technology, Western Kentucky University.
At this time, we would also like to take a moment and recognize all active duty personnel, National Guardsmen, reservists, and veterans with a red, white, and blue honor cord. This cord is a symbol of two significant achievements in their life: the completion of an academic credential and their selfless service to the people of the United States of America. At this time, I would like all graduating active duty military and veteran students to please stand and be recognized. We thank you for your service. I would now ask that all active duty military as well as veterans that are here in the audience as well, would they please stand to be recognized? And again, we appreciate your service. Last year, we started inducting alumni into our Distinguished Alumni Group. This year, we've continued that tradition, and students, in hopes that you can see where your degree that you're going to complete today can take you far into the future. So, I would like to ask that our first inductee please come forward, Mr. Matt Caslin. So, Matt, if you'll come forward. Matt Caslin is the CEO of Caslin Steel and earned his AWS welding certificate while at OCTC. He attended OCTC during his junior and senior years in high school, allowing him to further his education in welding and fabrication. The faculty at OCTC served as great mentors, sharing many valuable lessons that help prepare us for the outside work environment, added Matt. Caslin Steel started in his garage, and he has overseen every step of the business from then to the recent purchase of a 92-acre steel mill and storage facility in Maceo. Now with over 46 full-time employees, including welders, fabricators, iron workers, millwrights, operators, and design team, the company is ready and able to tackle any industrial or agricultural job. Like any good business, customer service is the key at Caslin. Working knowledge, the experience to back it up, a solid crew, and a strong work ethic are the guiding principles of Caslin Steel. It shows in every step of every job. Matt commented, "I want to thank OCTC for their educational leadership in the community. They're a true asset to the region for workforce development." Please help me in recognizing Mr. Matt Caslin. Congratulations, Matt.
Thank you.
Our second inductee tonight is Miss Pam Smith Wright. Pamela Laverne Smith Wright was born in Owensboro and graduated from Owensboro High School, where she was on the first girls track team, winning a state championship in her senior year. Helen Dennis was her first cosmetology instructor at Owensboro Vocational School. Pam was the first African American to work in an all-white beauty salon here in Owensboro. She owned a catering business, Tastefully Yours, for over 20 years. Pam was the first African American to hold the office of president of the Kentucky AMVETS Ladies Auxiliary. She serves on the Owensboro City Commission and was the first woman to hold the office of Mayor Pro Tem. Pam served on the OCTC Advisory Board for Cosmetology from 1975 to 2013. She is a graduate of Leadership Owensboro and the Kentucky Women's Leadership Network. She is a Kentucky Colonel and serves as the president of the Lady Colonels. She is a past president of the Owensboro Human Relations Commission and received their Humanitarian Award in 1999. Pam recently won the 2015 Wendell H. Ford Regional Legislative Leadership Award And I was fortunate enough to be there for this in 2016. She was inducted into the OHS Hall of Achievement. Pam and her husband Eugene Wright have 2 children and 2 wonderful grandchildren. Please help me in recognizing Miss Pam Smith Wright. Congratulations. Thank you. Now, I expect to see some of you up here in a few years. So, it is indeed my pleasure to be able to present to you tonight's commencement speaker, the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Kentucky, Miss Janine Hampton. Miss Hampton was born in 1958 in an inner-city Detroit into a financially humble household. Despite watching her mother struggle to raise 4 girls, Miss Hampton knew she was blessed to live in a nation where people could rise from poverty. Her mother demonstrated by example the value of hard work, and Miss Hampton worked in banking and automotive industries to raise money for college. After earning an industrial engineering degree in 1985, Miss Hamilton joined the U.S. Air Force as a computer systems officer. She was writing computer code and testing software. Her 7 years in the military service included a tour of duty in Saudi Arabia during Operation Desert Storm. After a military service, Ms. Hampton began a 19-year career in the corrugated packaging industry. She started as a crew supervisor on the production floor and was soon promoted, rising to plant manager. While working full-time, Ms. Hampton earned an MBA from the University of Rochester and moved to Bowling Green, where she continued her career in the corrugated packaging industry. In 2015, she was inducted into the Kentucky Veterans Hall of Fame in recognition for both her military service to the nation and general community service during her post-military career. Ms. Hampton is married to retired U.S. Air Force Colonel Dr. Doyle Isaac. They reside in Bowling Green, where she's active in the community and political and civic arenas. She is a member of the many local organizations, including American Legion Post 23, the Civil Air Patrol, and the Bowling Green Women's Club. On November the 3rd, 2015, Ms. Hampton was elected the Lieutenant Governor of Kentucky and became the first African American to hold that statewide office. Please help me in recognizing Ms. Janine Hampton, Lieutenant Governor.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It is an honor to be here tonight. I have to say I love graduations. I kind of think that might have been one of the reasons why I went back to school to get my master's degree, so I could go through another graduation. But I am so excited for all the graduates tonight, as well as your families. I know what it meant to my family. My sisters and I, my 3 sisters and I are all first generation college. And so actually my mom didn't even graduate from high school. So each graduation she celebrated, and so I'm truly excited for all of you. So listening to my bio there, I've had a chance to reflect on an interesting career, what turned out into an interesting career. And I will tell you that I planned none of it. I really didn't, nor did I have any aspirations to hold any elected office. So if you were of a certain negative bent, if you were the glass is half empty kind of person, you might reflect on my life and say that I am a failure. You might look back and say that I am a complete failure. For example, I wanted to be an astronaut. I did. I grew up in the 1960s when the space program was so vibrant, and I had dreams of being an astronaut. But as I got older, I knew that was not to be, because I've worn glasses since 2nd grade. And they were looking for folks who had perfect vision. And so I knew that was not an option. However, I still hold out a kernel of hope that may still happen. I wanted to be an accountant when I was in high school. I don't know why. I loved the structure of accounting. And so I actually took accounting classes, tons of them, in high school, and went through pre-business in college. I did not become an accountant, needless to say. I ended up going to engineering school instead. And after that, I joined the Air Force. And when I was in the Air Force, my dad had visions of me being a general. He had visions of me somehow rising and becoming one of the high-ranking officers. I did not become a general. Instead, I got out after 7 years at the rank of captain. So failure, right? I ended up going back to school. Actually, after I got out of the military, I went to school in the box industry, corrugated packaging. And I had a kid ask me recently, I always do Q&A with kids, and this fourth grader asked me, why did I go to work in something so boring as the packaging industry, as the box industry? And if you listen to that kid, I'm a complete failure because I'm working in something boring as the box industry. And then when I went back to school to get my MBA, the sole reason I went back to school was I was interested in marketing. So I concentrated in marketing with my MBA degree, but unfortunately that year they were not hiring the non-traditional students, the part-timers. And so although I had visions of working for some company like a P&G or maybe some other company that tries to sell you things you don't need, I didn't become a marketer, so failure, right? Then I lost my job. Wow, I guess if you lose your job, you're just a complete loser, right? You think? And then I decided to run for office, so I ran for the State House down in Bowling Green, and I lost that race. So after that, I planned to turn to my software roots and learn to code apps on my phone. But before, as I was investigating the path to take to do that, that's when Matt Bevin called and asked me to be his running mate. So again, I guess I'm a failure because I put those plans on the shelf. But let's rewind that. Let me go back and rewind my life and show you what I learned at each of those steps. Even though I did not become an astronaut, I still hold out hope. And I tell you, every employer I've ever had, I tell them that if NASA ever calls, they won't get 2 weeks' notice. So there's still a kernel of, it could happen. Because now, I'll tell you, I was not as excited when I saw the first female astronaut or the first black astronaut, but the first mission specialist who wore glasses, yes, there's a chance. There's still a chance. Engineering school. Boy, I learned so much in engineering school. Industrial engineering turned out to be a degree in which you could go in so many different directions. I still love manufacturing, but I got to tour several plants in the Detroit area, and that sort of colored where I went. But when I joined the Air Force, I may not have been a general, but I served in Desert Storm, and that's an experience that I would not trade. I was so honored to serve our nation. Everyone who serves their nation in uniform deserves a hand because they miss birthdays, absolutely. They might miss their child taking their first steps. They miss so much time with their family. It is truly a sacrifice, and it is one I was honored to give up. When I got my MBA, I may not have landed in marketing, but let me tell you what happened. Out of the blue, later that year, I got a call from a headhunter, and guess what? They had a job in Bowling Green for a sales rep. And so that's how I got to Bowling Green. And from the time my husband and I set foot on Kentucky soil, even though my husband is retired Air Force, we're used to moving around, we knew from the time we got to Bowling Green that Kentucky is our home and it's worth fighting for, absolutely. I hope you all know that. I hope you know that. Let's look at when I lost my job. I was actually active at the time, I was active in civics, and unfortunately, my job was taking up a lot of my evening time. So I prayed this prayer one night. I'd heard somebody say, stand where God needs you to stand. And so I prayed that, Lord, please help me know what it is I'm supposed to do. Help me know where it is you want me to stand. And the very next day is when my boss called me into his office and told me my position was being eliminated, and I just smiled. So I think I was moving, God's hand was moving in my life. And so when I ran for office, I ran for office because I felt called to serve. I did. And even though I didn't win that race, let me tell you what I learned. I learned how to do voter data analysis. I learned to write radio ads. I learned to write a TV ad. I learned to write mailers. I learned to make phone calls to ask people for money, which is really hard. It's extremely hard. I was my own treasurer, and if any of you run for office, please find somebody to be your treasurer. You don't want that job, but I did that anyway. I marshaled volunteers to go door to door, and we hit over 10,000 doors. I helped design my logo. I decided I wanted purple for my color, and people said, you can't have purple because everybody does red, white, and blue or yellow, and I said I wanted purple. And you know what? My yard sign stood out and my literature stood out, and I learned so much on that campaign, even though I didn't win. And so the following year when I lost that race, and I was planning to code apps. That's what I was doing the day that Matt Bevin called. I was planning my life. I had paint swatches. I had books to catch up on to read. And I was looking to find somebody to teach me how to code without me sitting in a classroom. And the rest is history when Matt Bevin called. So am I a failure? I don't think so. I really don't think so, because at every step in my life, I've been prepared for opportunity when it presented itself, and I learned as much as I could wherever I worked. So let me tell you the lessons from my life, and I hope you will take these to heart. Find your blessings, because there are blessings around you every day, and sometimes you have to look for them. Sometimes you're so beaten down, you're so focused on life that you miss them, so look for them. Play the hand you're dealt. I grew up poor in Detroit. It would have been nice if we'd had a car and a TV set and a washing machine, but we didn't. But I didn't despair. I just played the hand I was dealt, and I think I was better off for it. The most valuable asset you all have is your time. Spend it wisely. Spend it very wisely. The beauty about the hand that you're dealt is that it's not static. It will change over your lifetime, but how it changes is largely up to you. It is totally within your control to change your hand for the better, so make wise use of your time. I opted to work to go through school while the rest of my friends were having fun. Take a leap of faith. Do something that's far outside your comfort zone. When I switched curriculums from business to industrial engineering, I was rejoicing because I was avoiding that speech class. And little did I know that the industrial engineering chairman was determined to prove that engineering students could speak like normal people. And so in every IE course, we had to write a paper and present it. And in some cases, we presented it to a group as large as this. So I ended up getting more speaking experience in the engineering curriculum than I ever would have gotten. But just do something outside of your comfort zone. Just try it. Be a lifelong learner. I have been a lifelong learner. In 2 days, I turned 58 years old. And I have been, I'm always learning something. At every place I've ever lived or was stationed, I would find the local community college and drop in and take a course here and there. Maybe it was a programming language I didn't know. One year I was still interested in accounting. One year I was interested in what was that? In marketing. I got interested in how we are sold things, so I started taking intro-level marketing courses. I actually have 40 credit hours at community colleges around the United States that don't lead to anything. But I just love to learn something, and I have also taken in recent years. I earned my amateur radio license, K5 EIB, in case you're an amateur radio operator. I took UK's Master Gardener course, and I took electric guitar lessons just because. So just be a lifelong learner. When you are educated, no one can take that from you, and you can teach yourself anything. Make your days count. I have served others in other capacities and outside of the military, outside of this position. I have helped people, and I've done it not to brag about it. I don't talk about it, but help someone else along the way. There's need all around you. If you just open your eyes, you can see it. I see it as I travel the state. And so just make your days count and help someone. One year I bought beds I found out about a family, the kids were sleeping on the floor. Kids shouldn't have to sleep on the floor, so I anonymously bought them beds. So just look for need all around you and just make your days count. And most of all, have a joyful journey. Surround yourself with people who lift you up. Remember to have fun. I know you probably can't see it. This cap and gown, this is my MBA. This is what I wore when I earned my MBA, but there's one addition. There were a couple of years on Halloween that I dressed up as Harry Potter and I needed a gown. And so I took this gown and I added this Gryffindor patch. So this is not original equipment, but I thought I'd leave it on because it's just the spirit of joy and yes, I have read all 7 Harry Potter books, so, which made me a rock star when I talked to 4th graders. From Governor Matt Bevin, he wishes you all the success in the world, and he wishes you a joyful journey. I hope you get to meet him because he has such a zest for life, and it is infectious to be around. The one piece of advice that he had that I asked him that he would want to pass on, he said this. He said, if your head and your heart don't show up to work at the same time as your feet, then you're in the wrong job. So just remember that and just learn. And you may find yourself doing jobs that's not where you want to stay. Just learn as much as you can while you're there. That's the advice I have from you. That's how I rose through the packaging industry from supervisor to plant manager. Just be interested in what's around you. Be interested in the people who are around you. And again, on behalf of Governor Matthew G. Bevin, we congratulate you and we wish you all the success in the world as you define it. So congratulations and God bless you all. Thank you.
Now, as is our tradition, we generally also have a student speaker at commencement, and this year's student speaker is Miss Lacey Brooke Parham. Lacey graduates this evening with an Associate in Applied Science degree in Criminal Justice. She represents OCTC on the 2016 KCTCS All-Academic Team and is currently serving as one of our 2 student representatives on the Kentucky Community and Technical College Board of Regents, the first student from our college to ever be elected in that position. She served as president of our Student Government Association, and she currently serves as vice president of our internationally recognized Phi Theta Kappa chapter. She received the Larry Hager Award at the Owensboro Noon Rotary meeting this last week, and she was the first ever OCTC student selected for the Phi Theta Kappa Coca-Cola Community College Academic Team Gold Scholar, one of only 50 in the United States. Please help me welcome Miss Lacey Parham.
How are you this evening, Owensboro Community and Technical College, class of 2016? Good? Good. How about the audience? We good? All right. That's what we want to hear. Now, unfortunately, audience, you're not as important as our graduates, so I'm going to be talking to them more often, but we still remember you. As of today, May 10th, 2016, you graduates are now part of an elite minority. Statistically, there aren't many college graduates throughout the world. You are being acknowledged for something pretty incredible that you've achieved. Graduating from a post-secondary institution is no minor feat, and yet you've done it. High five! You are joining the ranks of community college graduates around the world that are changing the world and have changed the world. Some of these include Walt Disney, Tom Hanks, Morgan Freeman, and Steve Jobs. However, this commencement ceremony does not mark the end of this goal-oriented voyage you've boarded. Your degree will not determine your work ethic, character, or grit. Only you can do that. Unfortunately, that's not a class we offer. You, however, are better prepared to take on life's new challenges than any other group of people I know. You're not just graduates, you are community college graduates. Now, why am I even talking about the type of institution you're graduating from tonight? Well, it's simple. It's because we're different, and in a good way. Especially as community college graduates, your degree is symbolic of more than just your academic success. It's symbolic of your perseverance. This world does not cater to you, and none of us deserve great output from lazy input. Bosses don't care that you partied too hard last night and don't feel like coming into work today. You're still expected to work. Instructors don't care that you had a minor illness and didn't feel like completing your paper. You're still expected to turn that assignment in a timely manner. After a few real-world lessons on this topic, most of us learn pretty quickly that we are not entitled to the easy way out. On that note, all we're entitled to is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and that's just in America. But congratulations on exercising your pursuit of happiness and bettering yourself through an education and a degree. To all the parents in this class who stayed up all night with a vomiting child and then went to work and class the next day without complaint, bravo. To the graduates who overcame financial struggles, disabilities, language barriers, and other personal problems to stand where you stand today, well done. You are not set apart in having a degree, but you are distinguished in your ability to fall down 7 times and get up 8. John Wayne once observed, "Courage is being scared to death and saddling up anyways." This is the type of courage life demands. This is the type of bravery your future demands, and because you stand here today, you've got it. Today marks a pivotal point in your life and career, and the reality is, life doesn't come with a roadmap. Assume that as you begin your next endeavor, things will go wrong, you will be disappointed at times, and your worst-case scenario might come true. I'm a buzzkill, I know, but if life were predictable, it wouldn't be worth living. You will experience failure. Failure is an inevitable part of all of our lives. Failure is an option, ladies and gentlemen. Embrace it as you navigate this new unknown. It is not a negative representation of your ability, but it is a compliment to your tenacity. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "A man who has never gone to school may steal from a freight car, but if he has a university education, he may steal the whole railroad." When your plans don't work as you hoped they would, be the type of person to craft a new, bigger, better, steal the whole railroad type of strategy. This is resilience in action, the brand of resilience that community college students own. A brilliant philosopher by the name of Woody from Toy Story once reasoned that we should reach for the sky. Even if you fail, you can still buy yourself a latte and carry on to your next phase of world domination. Always face your fear. As you walk across the stage tonight, remember the people who helped to get you here. Obviously they're here, so they're just as excited for you as you are. Thank them afterwards and let them know you appreciate them. And most importantly, enjoy the remainder of this evening. You deserve this recognition. You've worked ardently and diligently towards your goals, and this right here is the payoff. Enjoy the magnificent expedition life is about to take you on. You've earned it. After all, school is out for the summer. Unless you take summer classes, then I don't know what to tell you. Congratulations, class of 2016. Keep being extraordinary.
And now, what you've all been waiting for. Mr. Mike Rogers will present the candidates. Assisting with a presentation of the academic credentials will be Mr. Jeff Carpenter, Chair of the OCTC Board of Directors.
Rebecca Lee Stewart, Certificate in Administrative Office Technology, 2 certificates in Medical Information Technology. Ashley Michelle Alsop, Certified Medicaid Nurse Aide. Kennedy Isabel Donahue, Certificate Phlebotomy for the Healthcare Worker. Summer Lee Westerfield, Certificate Medicaid Nurse Aide. Jeffrey Michael Cawley, Certificate Welding Technology. Kayla Michelle Henry, Certificate Welding Technology. Hunter Carson Jones, Certificate Welding Technology. Michael Shane Stone, Certificate Welding Technology. Cody Blaine Wethington, Certificate Welding Technology. Travis M. Wiggins, Certificate Welding Technology. Kevin Andrew Alsop, Associate in Arts. Kelsey Michelle Arnett, Associate in Arts. Lindsay Diane Bilbro, Associate in Arts. Alyssa Drew Boone, Associate in Arts. Samuel Stephen Bridgman, Associate in Arts. Corey Austin Burdette, Associate in Arts with high distinction. William T. Burgess, Associate in Arts. Jennifer Rose Calabrese, Associate in Arts with high distinction, Certificate Phlebotomy for the healthcare worker. Cassandra Justine Cannon, Associate in Arts. Kyla Danae Carden, Associate in Arts. Tiffany Blair Davis, Associate in Arts. Jessica Brianne Faulkner, Associate in Arts. Douglas Hunter Fieldback, Associate in Arts with high distinction. Daniel Patrick Fulkerson, Associate in Arts. Angela Sue Garrett, Associate in Arts. Samantha Jo Groves, Associate in Arts. Sean Nicole Grozier, Associate in Arts with high distinction, Associate in Science with high distinction, Certificate in Medicaid Nurse Aide. Megan Michelle Husk, Associate in Arts. Lori Johnson, Associate in Arts with high distinction. Rachel Nicole King, Associate in Arts. Shanna Lee Lashbrook, Associate in Arts. DeQuasia Michelle McBride, Associate in Arts. Savannah Lynn McKinney, Associate in Arts. Tasha Elizabeth Miller, Associate in Arts. Aaron Lee Howard, Associate in Arts. Patrick Charles Payne, Associate in Arts with high distinction, Associate in Science with distinction. Perry Madison Pedley, Associate in Arts with high distinction. Cassie Mae Puckett, Associate in Arts. Desiree Gail Renfro, Associate in Arts. Emily Rose Rhodes, Associate in Arts. Barbara K. Shaw, Associate in Arts. Kayla Dawn Stevenson, Associate in Arts. Colleen M. Thomas, Associate in Arts with high distinction, Associate in Science with high distinction. Vanessa Lynn Thompson, Associate in Arts. Jessica Alexis Van Winkle, Associate in Arts, Associate in Science. Amanda Jo Wetstein, Associate in Arts. Amber Nicole Young, Associate in Arts. Brenna Jo Basham, Associate in Science with distinction. Misty Michelle Burgess, Associate in Science with distinction. Kayla Ann Ford, Associate in Science. Ramonda Marie Foreman, Associate in Science with high distinction. David William Hayden, Associate in Science with high distinction. Amanda Faye Howard, Associate in Science with high distinction. Mary Yvonne Howard, Associate in Science with high distinction. Ashley Faye Parrish, Associate in Science with high distinction. Kristen Marie Smith, Associate in Science. Laura Gail Smith, Associate in Science with high distinction. Crystal Louise Souders, Associate in Science. Sylvia Jean Stillwell, Associate in Science. Cole Spencer Hamilton, Associate in Science, Associate in Applied Science, Agricultural Studies with high distinction. Peter Harold Herman, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Technology, 8 certificates in Automotive Technology. Patricia Renee Howard, Associate in Applied Science with Business Administration Systems. Brandon K. Black, Associate in Applied Science, Computer and Information Technology, 7 certificates, Computer and Information Technologies. Jared Ryan McBriar, Associate in Applied Science, Computer and Information Technologies, 8 certificates, Computer and Information Technologies. Dustin Dwayne McCubbins, Associate in Applied Science, Computer and Information Technologies with high distinction, 8 certificates, Computer and Information Technologies. David Sean Williams, Associate in Applied Science, Computer and Information Technologies, 8 certificates, Computer and Information Technologies. Havard Allen Schroeder, Associate in Applied Science, Computer Manufacturing and Machining with high distinction, 2 diplomas, Computerized Machining, Manufacturing with high distinction, 3 certificates, Computerized Manufacturing and Machining. Colton C. Black, Associate in Applied Science, Criminal Justice. Amanda Mae Brown, Associate in Applied Science, Criminal Justice. Zane Christopher Glass, Associate in Applied Science, Criminal Justice with high distinction. Susie Roseanne Hine, Associate in Applied Science, Criminal Justice. Rebecca Dwayne Jablonski, Associate in Applied Science, Criminal Justice. Mandy Monrit Schroeder, Associate in Applied Science, Criminal Justice. Chandler Slade Bennett, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel Technology with high distinction, 8 certificates, Diesel Technology, Certificate in Manufacturing and Industrial Technology. Donald R. Austin, Associate in Applied Science, Emergency Medical Services, Paramedic with high distinction, Associate in Arts with high distinction, Certificate in Emergency Medical Services, Paramedic. Jamison Scott Boswell, Associate in Applied Science, Engineering and Electronics Technology, 3 certificates, Engineering and Electronics Technology. Wesley Jordan Burns, Associate in Applied Science, Engineering and Electronics Technology, Associate in Applied Science, Manufacturing and Industrial Technology, Diploma in Manufacturing and Industrial Technology, 6 certificates, Engineering and Electronics Technology, 4 certificates, Manufacturing and Industrial Technology. Lee Elizabeth Cravens, Associate in Applied Science, Engineering and Electronics Technology, 6 certificates, Engineering and Electronics Technology. James A. Wathen Jr., Associate in Applied Science, Fire Rescue Science Technology, Diploma, Fire Rescue Science Technology, Certificate, Emergency Medical Technician, 3 certificates in Fire Rescue Science Technology. Victor Ray Baker II, Associate in Applied Science, General Occupational Technical Studies, Diploma, Manufacturing and Industrial Technology, 4 certificates, Manufacturing and Industrial Technology. Max J. Bickett, Associate in Applied Science, General Occupational Technical Studies with high distinction, Associate in Applied Science, Manufacturing, Industrial Technology with high distinction, 2 diplomas, Manufacturing and Industrial Technology with high distinction, 8 certificates, Manufacturing and Industrial Technology. Brian David Brumfield, Associate in Applied Science, General Occupational Technical Studies with high distinction, Associate in Applied Science, Manufacturing and Industrial Technology with high distinction, 2 diploma in Manufacturing and Industrial Technology with high distinction, and 6 certificates Manufacturing and Industrial Technology. Anthony David Cameron, Associate in Applied Science, General Occupational Technical Studies, Diploma Air Conditioning Technology, and 4 certificates Air Conditioning Technology. Blake Allen Christian, Associate in Applied Science, General Occupational Technical Studies with distinction, Associate in Applied Science, Manufacturing Industrial Technology with distinction, 2 diplomas, Manufacturing Industrial Technology with distinction, 8 certificates, Manufacturing Industrial Technology. Jason Braun Gallion, Associate in Applied Science, General Occupational Technical Studies with high distinction, Diploma, Air Conditioning Technology with high distinction, 3 certificates, Air Conditioning Technology. Nathan Andrew Keller, Associate in Applied Science, General Occupational Technical Studies with distinction, Diploma, Air Conditioning Technology with distinction, 2 certificates, Air Conditioning Technology. Nathaniel Frank Crampy, Associate in Applied Science, General Occupational Technical Studies with high distinction, Diploma, Welding Technology with high distinction, Certificate, Welding Technology. Corey A. Mattingly, Associate in Applied Science, General Occupational Technical Studies, Associate in Applied Science, Manufacturing Industrial Technology, 2 diplomas, Manufacturing Industrial Technology, 11 certificates, Manufacturing Industrial Technology. Jordan Russell McElwain, Associate in Applied Science, General Occupational Technical Studies, Associate in Applied Science, Manufacturing Industrial Technology, 2 diplomas, Manufacturing Industrial Technology, 8 certificates, Manufacturing Industrial Technology. Jared Michael Millay, Associate in Applied Science, General Occupational Technical Studies with high distinction, Diploma, Manufacturing Industrial Technology with high distinction, 4 certificates, Manufacturing Industrial Technology. Adam Ryan Stevens, Associate in Applied Science, General Occupational Technical Studies, Diploma, Manufacturing Industrial Technology, 2 certificates, Manufacturing Industrial Technology. Amanda Jo Keller, Associate in Applied Science, Interdisciplinary Early Childhood Education. Emily Marie Martin, Associate in Applied Science, Interdisciplinary Early Childhood Education with distinction, Certificate, Interdisciplinary Early Childhood Education. Amanda J. Patton, Associate in Applied Science, Interdisciplinary Early Childhood Education. Leah Brooke Winslow, Associate in Applied Science, Interdisciplinary Early Childhood Education, Diploma, Interdisciplinary Early Childhood Education. Joshua Robert Hall, Associate in Applied Science, Manufacturing Industrial Technology with high distinction, Diploma, Manufacturing Industrial Technology with high distinction, 7 certificates, Manufacturing Industrial Technology. Jacob Anthony Howard, Associate in Applied Science, Manufacturing Industrial Technology, Diploma, Manufacturing Industrial Technology, Certificate, Computerized Manufacturing and Machining, 4 certificates, Manufacturing Industrial Technology. Matthew Paul Rapp, Associate in Applied Science, Manufacturing Industrial Technology, Diploma, Manufacturing Industrial Technology, 4 certificates, Manufacturing Industrial Technology. Nathaniel Cicero Reardon, Associate in Applied Science, Manufactured Industrial Technology, Diploma Manufactured Industrial Technology, Certificate Engineering and Electronics Technology, 4 certificates, Manufactured Industrial Technology. Sean Ella Chappell, Associate in Applied Science, Medical Information Technology with high distinction, 5 certificates, Medical Information Technology, 2 certificates in Administrative Office Technology. Tina Marie Gonzalez, Associate in Applied Science, Medical Information Technology, 2 certificates, Medical Information Technology. Misty L. Myers, Associate in Applied Science, Medical Information Technology, 5 certificates, Administrative Office Technology, 5 certificates, Medical Information Technology. Roxanne McCoy Roberts, Associate in Applied Science, Medical Information Technology with distinction, 5 certificates, Administrative Office Technology, 5 certificates, Medical Information Technology. Kelly Pointer Spriggs, Associate in Applied Science, Medical Information Technology, 5 certificates, Administrative Office Technology, 5 certificates, Medical Information Technology. Natasha Deshay Carby, Associate in Applied Science, Nursing. Rebecca Ann Millay, Associate in Applied Science, Nursing with distinction. Jacqueline K. Snyder, Associate in Applied Science, Nursing. Lindsay Taylor Jennings, Associate in Applied Science, Office System Technology, 6 certificates, Medical Information Technology, Certificate, Office System Technology. Sharmika Sharmar Walton, Associate in Applied Science, Office System Technology, 6 certificates, Administrative Office Technology. Karen Varnett White, Associate in Applied Science, Office System Technology, 3 certificates, Administrative Office Technology, 3 certificates, Medical Information Technology, Certificate in Office Systems Technology. Skylar Lane Burton, Associate in Applied Science, Radiography. Natasha Lynn Cameron, Associate in Applied Science, Radiography. Angela Michelle McCoy, Associate in Applied Science, Radiography with distinction. Rebecca Elizabeth Schaefer, Associate in Applied Science, Radiography. Taylor Lynn Tudor, Associate in Applied Science, Radiography. Jeffrey Paul White, Associate in Applied Science, Radiography. Shayna Lee Wilkinson, Associate in Applied Science, Radiography. Lauren Elizabeth Zambrano, Associate in Applied Science, Radiography with distinction. Amanda Emery, Associate in Applied Science, Surgical Technology. Amber Michelle Gillum, Associate in Applied Science, Surgical Technology. Associate in Arts, Associate in Science. Morgan Elizabeth Graves, Associate in Applied Science, Surgical Technology. Tara Gail Metcalf, Associate in Applied Science, Surgical Technology. Whitney Beth Mormon, Associate in Applied Science, Surgical Technology. Morgan Ashley Baker, Associate in Applied Science, Veterinary Technology. Kelsey Denise Calhoun, Associate in Applied Science, Veterinary Technology. Jessica Dawn Cannon, Associate in Applied Science, Veterinary Technology. Chelsea Danielle Dossett, Associate in Applied Science, Veterinary Technology. Kendra Joelle Goodman, Associate in Applied Science, Veterinary Technology with distinction. Rachel A. Hennis, Associate in Applied Science, Veterinary Technology. Julia Celeste Lopez, Associate in Applied Science, Veterinary Technology. Amber Renee Payne, Associate in Applied Science, Veterinary Technology with distinction. Felicia Noel Ramsey, Associate in Applied Science, Veterinary Technology with distinction. Lacey Nicole Sanders, Associate in Applied Science, Veterinary Technology with high distinction. Marissa Ariel Scarupa, Associate in Applied Science, Veterinary Technology with distinction. Katie Michelle Titchener, Associate in Applied Science, Veterinary Technology. These next students are part of the Discover College Early College program, which provides the opportunity to simultaneously earn a high school diploma and an associate's degree. Gabrielle Marie Epperson, Discover College Associate in Applied Science, Business Administration Systems with distinction. Bo Travis Powers, Discover College Associate in Science with distinction. Jessica Lynn Glover, Discover College Associate in Science with high distinction. Now we're going to move to the honors portion of our program. Each year, an outstanding student is selected from our programs by our faculty. These students exemplify what we value as college integrity, professionalism, and academic excellence. I hope you will take a moment to read their stories as shared by our faculty members at tonight's program. They truly are shining examples for their fellow students, for their families and friends, and for our college and community as a whole. Honor students, please rise and come forward to be recognized. Outstanding student in criminal justice, Lacey Parham. Lacey Brooke Parham, Associate in Applied Science, Criminal Justice with high distinction. Nathan West, outstanding student in Agriculture Technology, Associate in Applied Science, Agriculture Studies with high distinction. Jacob Grant, outstanding student in Communications, Associate in Arts with high distinction. Justin Crampy, outstanding student in Computer and Information Technology. Zachariah Burden, computerized manufacturing and machining, associate in applied science, computerized manufacturing and machining with high distinction, 2 diplomas, computerized manufacturing and machining with high distinction, 3 certificates, computerized manufacturing and machining. Bryce Harville, outstanding student in construction technology, associate in applied science, general occupational technical studies with distinction, diploma, construction technology with distinction, 7 certificates, construction technology. Diana Newton, outstanding student in education. Tim Boyle, outstanding student in electrical technology, associate in applied science, manufacturing and industrial technology with high distinction, diploma manufacturing and industrial technology with high distinction, 4 certificates, manufacturing and industrial technology. Mindy Lawrence, outstanding student in interdisciplinary early childhood education, associate in applied science, interdisciplinary early childhood education with high distinction. Dana Chrysler, outstanding student in industrial maintenance technology, associate in applied science, general occupational technical studies with high distinction, diploma manufacturing and industrial technology with high distinction, 4 certificates, manufacturing and industrial technology. Jonathan Bailey, outstanding student in history, associate in arts. Franklin Murphy, outstanding student in healthcare facilities leadership, associate in applied science, healthcare facilities leadership. Eric Grimes, outstanding student in fire rescue science, certificate in emergency medical technician. Anthony Joseph Chris, outstanding student in engineering, associate in applied science, engineering and electronics technology, associate in applied science, manufacturing and industrial technology, diploma manufacturing and industrial technology, 6 certificates engineering and electronics technology, 7 certificates, manufacturing and industrial technology. Kristen Clements, the Brocco Award, associate in applied science, radiography. Brian Storm, Oak Island Theater Award, associate in applied science, engineering and electronics technology with distinction, associate in applied science, manufacturing and industrial technology with distinction, diploma manufacturing and industrial technology with distinction, 6 certificates, engineering and electronics technology, 4 certificates, manufacturing and industrial technology. Matthew Burton, outstanding student in welding, associate in applied science, general occupational technical studies with high distinction, diploma welding technology with high distinction, certificate welding technology. Laura Wilhite, outstanding student in veterinary technology, associate in applied science, veterinary technology with high distinction. Debbie Nance, outstanding student in surgical technology, associate in applied science, surgical technology with distinction. Chelsea Stiff, outstanding student in radiography, associate in applied science, radiography with high distinction. Skylar Dawn Boyer, outstanding student in mathematics, associate in science with high distinction. Peyton Hadley, GoFame Advanced Manufacturing Technician Award. Anna Elizabeth Lake, associate in arts with high distinction. Will the candidates please stand? President Williams, on behalf of the faculty of Owensboro Community and Technical College, I'm pleased to certify that these candidates have successfully completed all requirements for their respective academic credentials.
By the power invested in me by the Kentucky Community and Technical College System Board of Regents, we're now going to confer upon you your respective degrees and welcome you to the Fellowship of Graduates of Owensboro Community and Technical College. Graduates, please move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations. You may be seated. Acquiring a college education is a journey that we do not make alone. We have already acknowledged the faculty and staff, but now graduates, it's time to recognize the parents, the spouses, the friends, all of those who helped you during this journey. Let's please recognize all the family and friends. And thank you for sharing this evening with our graduates. Please stand for the benediction to be delivered by Jessica Lynn Glover.
Before we go our separate ways this evening, I would like for us to take a moment to pray. Dear Lord, thank you for giving us the opportunity to be here tonight to celebrate our success with our classmates, friends, and families. Thank you for giving us the strength we needed when we began to doubt ourselves, and thank you for helping us make it through the challenging times so that we could all be here where we are tonight. Lord, please continue to give us strength as we carry on with our lives and watch over us in everything we do. In your name we pray. Amen.